And we are back.
And sweating.
Oh my gosh, yes. Gotta share. Gotta quickly share. Let's go.
Right away there.
All right, we're back. There we go.
Oh, that's a line. Oh,
we got a line?
Yeah, we got a little bit to go here. We're hitting right. Oh, we got a little bit to go here.
We're not getting out. No, you're not getting out, dude. We got
No, I know.
a line of cars.
I was seeing if I motioned back, if any would be nice and let me go.
Oh, and after this car, you might have space. Oh, you're going to force this guy to be nice.
No, we're not, because he's behind me now.
But after him. He's waiting for that red car, that's why.
Oh, but he didn't wait for me.
No. Why would he?
Okay.
You sound so...
We got it. No, you... Yeah, you're going to have to wait for me now, Honda.
She's being nice.
I think based on the speed she entered the parking lot, she was not going to be slowing down unless she had to. Which I get it. It's God's chicken. I understand. Like, oh, sweet mercy.
And the rest of the chicken aren't?
No. Again, this is chicken consecrated unto the Lord.
Mm.
What are you doing?
Fixing the fan.
Not you. Also, that 100% is not a dude. That's a woman. I thought that was a dude.
There we go. Yeah. Listen to that truck. Woo.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, brother.
All right. I think we're going to take a right out of here.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, the GPS hadn't corrected yet, so I was like, am I allowed to? Yes.
All right. So, earlier, we were discussing arguments for Christianity, more in response, like 3 brief arguments for in opposition to Judaism, or modern day Judaism. Obviously, we believe in historical Judaism as the Christianity fulfills it. And then we got into a whole conversation about eternal generation, Father, Son, stuff. So if you're curious about that, go to our last stream, and then we cut it off for Chick-fil-A.
Which is an important reason.
And it's busy now.
Oh, it's bumping. And they had a playground, but we didn't get to go in it.
No.
Sad. Really, they didn't want 2 grown men in there.
Well, they said we couldn't go in.
Yeah, but I think there was kind of a vibe. Like if we had tried to go in...
We can try now.
Well, now there's ketchup on my shirt. We're not going back in.
We're not that far. It's right there.
We are not going back in.
We can go back in.
As it is, we are not going to get to the conference until like 3:30 now. So by the time we get checked in and drive there, I figure.
Yeah.
Oh, it's toasty, laddies. It's a right proper toasty one.
Hands off the phone. It's the law. It's the law, lads.
Yep. Got to put it away, Josh.
Yep. Sorry, guys.
It's fun while it lasts.
Oh, there's Roadhouse. Let's go to our traditional.
Oh, man. That is honestly a missed opportunity. Oh, no. I'd rather have Chick-fil-A.
Well, honestly, it would take a lot longer to get through there, too.
It would be a lot more expensive.
But we could have gotten chicken there, too.
They got Krispy Kreme? Oh. No?
I have not had good experience with Krispy Kreme.
Really?
No.
See, I've gone once and it was good, so... And I keep hearing from people that it's gotten better, so...
I'm sure. It's just me, personally. It's like this.
No, that's fair.
It's same with Cracker Barrel. I like Cracker Barrel, but honestly, every time I have their ham, for like their breakfast ham, or their anything that's like sweet, I actually feel sick like 30 minutes later.
I'll be honest, with all the hype around it, I feel very whelmed by Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel is great. Cracker Barrel.
Welcome to Cult of Fan. We now do restaurant reviews.
Dude, we are not bringing back podcast food review.
No, that's a callback to the LED podcast, which still exists because I don't have the password to take it down.
That's unfortunate. There are things in my life I wish I could take back there.
Yeah, we really had no idea what we were doing.
No.
And every time, actually, no, worst part. I had an idea what I wanted to do. It never went there a few times. And then...
Yeah, gee, who derailed that? Wow. Sounds like a jerk.
There was more than just you there.
Yeah, but...
And then there was also the fact that we had absolutely no idea. We still know what we're talking about. We had absolutely no idea what we're talking about. And every time I had a schedule put together, it always got derailed into like the schedule did not exist anymore. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Or a certain someone would always bring up Jeff Green to annoy another certain someone. What are your thoughts on Jeff Green?
Dude, I have so much animosity towards Jeff Green, and it's not his fault.
It's not his fault.
It's not his fault.
Okay, so you're talking about him as a player then. I'm guessing.
Huh?
I guess more as an athlete than as a person?
Yes.
Okay.
Honestly, it like started to bleed over.
Oh, man. If you hear audio cutting off from the fans, it's really just because it's hot in here and apparently Caleb gets headaches from the AC.
I do. That's why I took drugs in the last stream.
So
I did drugs on stream.
Here, so I'll just do that. I have a fan next to me. Caleb has a headache with it. I don't, so I'll just do this. His microphone is on though, so you might hear some choppiness. But that's what we're here for. We're here for the choppies. Do you share?
I mean, until I get a headache from it, yeah. Do this.
I guess I probably should open these vents then to help it circulate. At least a drop temperature. So is it? So it's definitely a temperature thing.
No.
It's just the air quality, maybe.
I think so.
So really, we should hope for like when we get to a spot where we have good cooling, we could then drop them, open the window, and then when it gets hot again, we kind of filter it that way. Anyways, let's see.
Hi, buddy. That didn't take long.
We need to get a debate again. We should do another debate. I just don't know on what. Or with who.
You can do that.
I'm not really looking to find a debate. I want the debates to find me. Like that one that found you. Sickness.
Oh, like that kind of debate.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I did the last one.
It depends on the topic, though. So it's a topic that's clearly more suited for you than for me. Then I'm not gonna.
If it's a polemic topic, then maybe.
Well, maybe I'll jump on it.
Judaism would be more your thing.
Well, I'll probably hop on it still, but I would maybe consider hopping on it. But I would be like, dude, you're helping rep.
Yeah, no, of course.
Especially if it was like outside of my scope.
Well, I asked you some questions, Bill.
Yeah, yes, just like Hebrew questions. I think I have some more, and even then, like the stuff I know now about the Trinity would not apply to the questions that were related to sickness.
Yeah, no.
So I really was not going to be helpful there either, because it was just more about biblical consistency. And you've had all of our presentations that we've done together to pull from.
In fairness, I think I cooked.
Oh yeah, I definitely think you could. But yeah. Man, those trees are beautiful. They're really nice. The green color. That's a great color. They're watered well.
Again, that's what part of the thing I love about road trips. Just experience God's creation.
See, I want to eventually just do a road trip where I'm not necessarily going to necessarily an exact destination. I just want to drive through the scenic spots and just vibe there, and then eventually end up at a point B. Like, let's say I was going down to see my girl. I go down to pick up my girlfriend, and we drive back to New York. But we're not planning to get to New York for a certain time for a certain event. We're just going to stop at like, oh, this looks pretty. Let's stop here and pull over and hang out for a second.
And then you propose there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, there's a really beautiful spot I could do that at. It would mean have no significance to her until that happens. Versus if I wanted to do something that had significance to her.
When I proposed to my wife when we first met.
Huh?
So, I said I proposed to my wife when we first met.
I thought you said you proposed to her when you first met.
I mean,
I was really lost from that point. And then as you said, where? Waldemere Park.
We're officially heading to Cleveland.
Another hour. So I guess we kind of broke our 6-hour stream. But then again, with us being in there, it wasn't really the best place to have a camera.
No.
And mic's out anyway, so.
Let's give your phone a chance to cool off a little bit.
Oh my gosh, my phone felt so nice and cool when I was done. Well, that's what I think of it too. Like when I have calls from you for streams from my phone, that's the other thing I like about doing it in my car, because I have the magnet, and therefore the fan is blowing at it, so it's helping it keep cool.
Josh is just whining that he didn't get to drive.
Yeah, I am. I'm still upset that I don't know where those microphones are.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. Pissed too.
Because those are, I mean, these are gonna be fine for outdoor stuff. Those are like really nice for outdoor stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little mad about that. So I'm either gonna have to, I need to call a couple people to see if I, for some reason, I found my bag for like another thing we've done and they're there, or I'm just gonna have to order new ones for those things. Because those have been our like on the street. We haven't done a lot of on the street stuff, but those were like on the street microphones. Honestly, if we ever did something like after church, those would be perfect to wear with our button down shirts, because then you can just clip it into in between the buttons around like midway through the chest, instead of having to like do it all the way up at the neck, or you don't like it because you're like, it's stabbing me.
Not totally wrong.
Dixie.
That's what I was looking at too. It's a trucker stop. Trucker, I hardly know. Actually, that's how I met my wife.
Tell that story again. Why don't you?
So,
he abused his wife. Those are the words he used. Go ahead, Muslims, clip that.
Yeah, no, that just made another moment pop into my head. Not one appropriate to say on stream. But so we were at a youth group function, and again, I did not know this woman. We were playing what's called knocker ball. Knocker ball is where you get into like the giant bubbles and you play soccer. So, not the most heterosexual thing I've done, but I proved I was a heterosexual, I guess. Anyways, irregardless, don't shake your head. I saw that. Irregardless, she and I were on opposite teams, and we both went for the ball at the same time. Well, correction, she went for the ball. I went for the person going for the ball.
Because he was only there to knock people over.
Yeah. No, I was there to just actively hit stick people. Like, and I hit her. I full dead speed sprinted. I hit her so hard, she did flips in the air and then bounced along the ground. So she literally fell head over heels for me, as I like to say.
Yeah, I've heard you say that a few times.
Yeah. I hit her like Sheldon Brown hitting Reggie Bush in the backfield. And if you know the NFL, you know that hit. She, honestly, it was a godly meeting, because I'm pretty sure she saw God in that moment. I hit her so hard. And so anyways, that's how I met my wife. Because one of the youth leaders came over and was like, you hit her way too hard. You need to go help her up now. And I was like, okay, sorry, I'm coming. And so I went over there, and she, not wanting my help, long story short, the reason I had to help her is not only because, I hit her like a semi going 50, but also because she had gotten stuck upside down in the bubble. So she could not get back up. But the nice thing is, my wife is a very thin woman. So she was able to slip out of the bubble and push herself off the ground in order to get up, because she was skinny enough to do that. And that's how I met my wife.
My girlfriend's story is not her ball.
You didn't abuse your significant other to meet her?
No.
Wuss. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
What? I honestly just wasn't sure what to say.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
And more just laughed.
Anyways, how did you meet?
She and I met. So I was my roommate and I at the time. We wanted to have a couple of our closer friends over for the end of the year thing. We got a few of us got really, really close. Some of them I still keep in touch with, but they're fairly busy. Like my buddy Josiah, he's been on here a few times. he's doing like grad school right now, and then he also helps run a Christian music camp.
Wow, a music nerd doing grad school.
And so like he's just wicked busy, so like I don't always get to hear from him. So I'm hoping that this next year, because it's like he'll be in year 2 of his grad studies, I think, and he'll have like more of everything else under his belt that he can hopefully have a little more time to catch up again. But anyways, we have a few of them over, and I had a Big Bang concert that night I was in, so I was playing at the concert, and my job was when I got back, I was supposed to make the dinner for everyone. And my roommate, his job was to get all the games ready because we're going to do some video games, board games, watch like a movie maybe. It's kind of hang out. I get a text from him right before I go on stage. Hey, my friend, another Caitlin, found out that we were doing something, and she wants to know if she and now my Caitlin can come hang out because all of their friends already went home for the year. And they're bored, and they want to hang.
So now there's pressure. There's a pretty girl watching. So now there's pressure.
No, he's not at the concert. He's at the apartment game house ready. My 2 friends were at the concert with me because one was also playing.
Okay.
Josiah was playing in the next group. He was playing the second group, and then my other friend Skylar, she was there just to kind of be like a nice supportive friend.
Aww.
Because she, you would love Skylar. She's like one of the most like very sweet, very much into like seeking to live like Christ and is a phenomenal musician, and she lets you think that you can get away with things until you start to push, and then she will slap you right back down. But she vibes well with the boys, even though that she's not one of the guys. But she's not one of the guys at the same time.
She is the only homie you cannot kiss goodnight.
I mean, like sometimes you have like girls that are homies, but they're kind of like a little more tomboyish. She's not tomboyish, but she fits well with the guys.
Gotcha.
So that's why everyone there, like there was no one ever mad at her. So they're all at the concert with me. I'm leaving before Josiah gets to play, and I hate that. So I was listening to his performance because his was live streamed. But I get a text right before I go on saying, "Hey, she wants to come over. She wants to bring her friend." I was like, "Okay." Because technically the time I actually first quote unquote met her was my friend Noah and I were walking around. We found this giant stick, and we were trying to lodge it into this thing into the roof.
We both have college stick experiences.
There's really long like stick branch. We're trying to lodge it into this thing in the ceiling.
I'll tell you about stick breaking in a second. Yeah.
And she looked up and said, "Yes, let it fall and kill me." And we're like, "Oh," because she's basically saying,
"Oh,
it's."
Okay.
Those are actually the first words I've ever heard from her.
Yes, let it fall and kill me.
She'll still say that to me to this day, actually.
Yes, let it fall and kill me.
Especially when I do something really stupid.
Whenever I do something stupid, my wife says make good life choices. So not quite the same thing. Mine is more of a condemnation. Make good life choices. Yes, ma'am. When I broke my leg, she said, "You did not make good life choices." I was like, "Thanks, babe." Yeah, no, that's
anyways. So she and I so I go back to my apartment, I get everything ready, and then Josiah and Skylar show up, and then the 2 Caitlins show up. And so I don't know the other Caitlins. They don't know me. They all actually think that I'm this mean, tall, arrogant, whatever.
Oh, good. So they knew.
Because the percussion studio, the way we ran things is that we made sure that we were always the ones who practiced the most. We were always in our rooms, and we always showed up ready to go. And we were always really annoyed that everyone else was not doing their job to keep it up. Because we're like, if you want to be better, you actually have to put in the work. And people could tell that we were annoyed. But we were also just kind of closed off in our own group because we just focused on our work. And our professor gave us a crap ton to work on. So we're just like sucked into there. So she just kind of assumed that because I was on the percussionist, I was just this arrogant, tall jerk. Which I won't deny the fact that I did struggle with some pride issues during my grad school, and I have been a jerk at several points in my life. But that's not what
line forms behind me. Yeah,
that wasn't what I was known for during my undergrad. Yeah. So they just have no idea but they like Josiah because they know him. Because everyone loves Josiah, everyone loves Skylar. No one likes me because I'm a percussionist and.
Your words, man.
I know. So then they're there, and we play my roommate wants to play the Star Wars Connect Just Dance game first. So they all do that. And then he decides that we're going to teach Skylar to play Halo. Now, Skylar is one of those who would not kill a fly kind of people. Like that kind of. So we were just teaching her that because we convinced her to play Battlefront 2, which is really like the fourth Battlefront. Yeah. And we caught her to play Ewok Hunt. You know about Ewok Hunt?
That's terrifying. That's like the worst game mode to start somebody on.
She loved every second of it. She's a huge Star Wars fan.
Okay.
So she was like, okay, well, let's play Halo. So we got her to play Halo. And Josiah used to play Halo, and then Larry and I were playing Halo like throughout the year because we were reconnecting on the games. We just missed them. We liked playing them. And we had to teach the two Caitlins how to play them. And so that's where she and I started talking more. And then everyone left to go to the bathroom, and they left me with both Caitlins alone.
Mm.
And we were like, well, this is awkward. Like, literally, those were the words outside our house. And then my Katie goes, here, I'll make it less awkward. Let me just trauma dump on you. So you get to know me. So she just spills everything that happened in her life. Larry and Josiah walk in, and we're like, okay, so we need to go find your last boyfriend and beat him up because he was doing things to you. And so then she and I talked more, which then got her to being really angry that I kept killing her in Halo because she sucked. She was awful at it. Still is.
So am I. No, that's fair. I'm miserable at first-person shooters.
I've never played a first-person shooter against you.
Yeah.
Anyways, long story short, she starts to take interest. But I think she's pretty, but she's much more liberal-leaning, not Christian.
Yeah.
Than I would care to.
Yes.
Be attached to. But she took interest. So she decided that she was going to befriend my roommate so she could get to know me because they're in the same vocal studio together.
There you go.
So she comes over every single day because they're hanging out, but she's there to see me. So whenever I show up...
I take it this is by her testimony.
What?
I said I take it this is by her testimony.
Oh, she told me this.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was asking.
Yeah. And so long story short, she keeps coming over, and then that entire week we hang out to the point where then somehow we end up going to the gym together, and then we ended up going on an unofficial date together because we both saw an ad for Jersey Mike's. We went that for lunch one time, but then we also had reminiscent of wine Outback bread, so we went to Outback after. So we went to Jersey Mike's for lunch. And
How diabetic are you?
We went to the gym that morning, then we went to Jersey Mike's for lunch, then we went to the mall to wait, to then go to Outback for dinner. So we spent the whole day together basically on a very long date, unofficially. And then I invited her to this church, this small group thing that I was running. We went on a hike, and so she came. She rode with me, and then, and so we just that we somehow ended up exchanging phone numbers. And we texted every single day.
This sounds familiar.
And then one time we ended up having a phone call, and we watched at that time a Vodi Bakum sermon. I'm not sure how we ended up there. We watched Amazing Spider-Man and a Vodi Bakum sermon. I'm not really sure how those two went together. And then we were on the phone until 8 a.m. the next day. So all night long. And then texted all summer. Now she's in Spain for a trip with the choir and orchestra. So then our hours are offset, and now she's freaking out to Josiah because she has feelings for me, but she doesn't know if I have feelings for her, if I'm just leading her on. And so then he's like, that's not Josh. If that is Josh, I'm going to kill him for you. That's not Josh.
Yeah.
And so long as put all that together, we eventually ended up getting together. And then she also started reading her Bible before we started dating. And then she was like, oh, I can't affirm any of these things I affirmed before. And then she just like flipped right over. I was like, there you go.
Good deal. Yeah.
That's
so. I have somewhat similar after the initial contact, literally. That's when I first met her, and we were like sort of friend of a friend for a while. And we had both, after we got married, later admitted, yeah, I found you like attractive from the beginning. But we had both kind of like been friend of a friend. And then, so I've been present for 2 births that my wife did. Only one of them was an actual live human birth. The other one was a youth group sketch.
Oh, that's right.
She had to give birth.
I remember hearing about this one.
Yes. And so I was her birthing partner in that. And then like what's Lama's partner? That's what I was.
Yeah.
I was Lama's partner. Little did I know I'd be her literal Lama's partner about 3 years later. So we had really, again, friend of a friend. We had like 1 or 2 funny experiences together, but really didn't think much of it. We were in the same youth group, but our friend groups were kind of different. The only reason we had a connection is I was good friends with her older brother, who was a mutual friend of Josh and I's. And my wife is 2 years younger than I am.
He also did the LED podcast with us.
Yes. Easy there, Alcatraz. Also, weird name for a trucking company. Sorry, I wanted to get around that truck. It was kind of hogging the line.
I think he just wanted to potentially get off the road and go off-roading.
Yeah, no, I was just honestly, those weeds looked really fun to go through, so I wanted to go through those.
So actually, real quick, I got to my car was in recall for that computer replacement.
Yeah.
And the door thing.
Wait.
Oh, hi.
Welcome to Ohio.
They gave me an Explorer, and I was going through the different driver settings at the Fords.
Yeah.
One of them was off-roading. I was like, "Oh, if you're my car, I would take you off-roading right now, but I can't because you're not my car."
Yeah, I have an X mode in this. I don't trust it for a second.
No,
I drive a Subaru Outback. I am not.
No. Anyways,
yes. So yeah, we did that. It was funny. We had a good time with it. And then we didn't have any contact really. And then I get, and I quote, "Hey, my sister is looking at colleges, and one of them she wants to look at is Houghton. I know this is kind of weird, but can you give her a tour?" Right, because I went to Houghton University for my schooling.
Oh, I gave her a tour for Messiah too.
Yeah, there you go. And so I was like, sure, I'll be a nice friend. I'll give your little sister a tour. And so he's like, great, can I give her your number? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. So she texted me on January 19th, 2020. Yeah, 2020, flat. And we have not spoken every day since. Like, we have spoken every single day since that point. It did take me a year and a half to ask her out because
Howard, it took me like 2 months.
Because I had interest in other girls at college, and did not realize that. Looking back on it now, I don't know how I didn't realize it. It's kind of that meme.
He's a polygamist.
Alrighty then. I'm glad somebody joined right in time to hear you say that.
Yep, they did.
No, so it was kind of that meme of like where the guy is so oblivious and he thinks like 10 years later, oh crap, was she flirting with me? Or like that that was the exact thing. Like, she full on was taking interest in everything that I was interested in, that she had like no reason to be interested in. And that just did not click for me. Like, she was learning chess. She was watching like a bunch of sci-fi movies and horror movies. My wife hates horror movies with a passion. She despises them. But she was like trying to be like, hey, stupid, I'm into you. And it just did not click for me. And then we were sitting there actually watching a movie. I don't remember what movie we were watching, because I'll be honest, at that point I was barely paying attention to it, because I was looking at her and I was like, I think I'm in love with this girl. Like, I have just talked to her every single day. I look forward to talking to her. I look forward to our now basically weekly video calls, where it used to just be us and a couple friends on a video call, and now it's just become us. And it's like, I think I'm in love with this girl. And I don't think I realized it. And I would love for this truck to move a little quicker. But you were going the speed limit in the passing lane. Move.
My girlfriend's actually texting me right now.
Well, there you go. I have to text my wife, too. I forgot to do that at the restaurant. I meant to do.
Heathen.
Yeah.
Well, you're a polygamist.
Do it right now.
Oh, we're going to get a voice text.
Yeah.
Hey, I was one of your recent ones.
You're my most recent text.
What do you want to say to Mom?
And how are we this fine afternoon?
It says, and how are we this fine afternoon? Send it.
Yes, please.
Done.
When I left, they were still asleep. So, words.
Great. Yeah, that's how you speak. You do use words.
Actually, I guess I should take that back. We probably didn't. I guess I said we spoke to each other every day. We have not texted each other every day because on our honeymoon, we weren't really texting. We were doing other things.
See,
glow in the dark mini golf to be specific.
My girlfriend, we could be in the same room, and then she'll just text me, "I miss you." I'm like, I'm right here. It's like, well, you won't be. I'm like, I'm here. But you're not going to be later.
Same energy as it. Would you love me if I were a worm? But anyways, so yeah, it took me a year and a half to click that. Hey, she might be into me too. I'm gonna go ask this girl. Like as soon as I realized it, I was like, "Oh, hey, you want to go out?" And she's like, "It took you so long, dude."
See, I knew Katie was interested almost like the second day she showed up at my apartment. I was like, okay,
yeah. Well,
because now you keep talking to me and not him. Okay,
yeah. No, I am very dense when it comes to that kind of stuff. I can usually see it in other people, but when there's been one exception. But when a girl has been attracted to me, I've had no idea. And my relationship with my wife was no different. I had no clue. And so when I finally realized, because she basically just outright said it. I was like, hey, so about that thing you said. She's like, yeah. I was like, do you want to go out sometime? Why did it take you so long? I don't know. I'm an idiot. What do you want from me? Year and a half later, we were married.
There you go. I think it was. I asked her out the first day we moved back into school, and then because we called every single day. You went from Spain, so different time zones. She stayed up till 5 a.m, so that way she could call me when I was like 10 o'clock, over here, something like that, that time zone. Everyone knew that she was exhausted, but she just did it anyways. I was like, okay, yeah, no, I know. And then she kept trying to drop hands like she was subtle. I was like, you're not being very subtle. I was like, no, just don't stop right there because I can't admit this over the phone. It's like, by saying that you're admitting that over the phone. It's like, no. I was like, all right, come on. It's like, I have to say it in person. I was like, you're telling me that you want to run up, jump in my arms and hug me. You're saying that you want to hang out and do it. You're not being subtle in any way, shape, or form.
That is as subtle as a brick to the teeth.
I looked at her and said, I even looked at her when we were on vacation, do you were not subtle in the slightest, right? She's like, I thought I was. You were not. It's like, I know that now. We've been together closing on 4 years now.
And no ring.
Honestly, one of the major reasons is it's been one, relation stuff, and then 2, financial issues. Every time I've tried to get a ring, major financial stuff has happened, and it took away all my savings.
I was going to say, we have been in a relationship with our significant other for the same amount of time.
Yeah.
And actually, no, sorry, 1 year longer. I've been with my wife for 5 years.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Wow, oh, my goodness, I'm old. Half a decade.
But everyone in my family knows that the plan is, sorry, because I'm exposed to her.
Sorry, because year and a half intervals. So it was a year and a half from when she first texted me that we started dating, a year and a half after that we got married. And it was 2 weeks into our relationship when she told me that she loved me. So
there you go. Women.
I think, did I tell that story on camera or no?
Which one?
Her saying I love you.
I don't remember if you did that. I think you told me when we were at Denny's.
Yeah.
Because there's days we'll get together and plan stuff, and there's days we get together and we're just like, let's just hang, catch up, and make sure the other person's like, okay.
A wellness check, yes.
Hey, let's remember that we're friends, not just theological partners. And so we went to a Denny's, and the one he brought me to, he realized when he pulled in, was like, that's where I have my wedding photos. That's where
this happened. Yeah. There is a very specific part near where we live where I have had 3 major life events happen. I had wedding photos done in one direction, like 2 minutes in one direction. I had my actual wedding reception 2 minutes in another direction, and then literally across the street from the Denny's is where I found out I was a father. So,
or going to be a father.
No, I was.
Yeah, yes, I know you mean that case, but like in the wasn't I'm saying for them saying like it wasn't like she shook the child and said, "Hey." That's not what I meant. That you were going to be a father, and the fact that
I was able to then hold my child later, but I had produced offspring at that point, and I found that out.
I produced offspring.
Yes. I had created a second.
According to Oxford, you created.
That's right.
You're a male creator.
I am, and indeed.
According to Oxford.
According to Oxford. I had the car seat in the back seat to prove it, too. I don't just carry that around for fun.
See,
Justin,
you have your interlinear Bible back there. I think the next one I'm going to be buying is the Lexham's Septuagint. They have a hard copy of the Septuagint, so I think I'm going to buy that one. I have in the
interlinear Septuagint.
I don't recall. I think
because you don't read Greek.
Well, I think they have one, which I have debated about getting, because we also just have the online functions for it.
Yeah.
But I thought about using it for like. There's a chance though, because I was given a couple study Bibles recently, and then the EOs and the Catholics both had a new one that were coming out. I just kind of want to be able to be aware of what everyone's talking about for stuff, so I like to keep myself aware of everyone's conversations. And so I have one of each of those coming in the mail when they're released, both in leather. Actually, one's in leather, one's in hard print.
Welcome to Ashtabula County. Yes.
And I think one of them, uses the Septuagint as its Old Testament.
Interesting.
Okay. So I have to check on that. If they do that, then I'm just not going to buy a Septuagint copy because I already have Septuagint. But if it doesn't, then I'm going to buy a Septuagint instead. I have a lot of Bibles, I realized. It's
Amen.
Can't tell if that's a problem or not.
That is never a problem. What do you mean?
Because at what point is it just me collecting?
Is that a bad thing?
Well, what am I collecting for then?
To use the Bible.
Right, but I also use my computer, which has all of them in there.
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to just have a collection of something.
Just one that's like, what would be the purpose of collecting all of these? And my goal with it. It's kind of like
to have the Bible.
To already have the Bible.
Yeah, it's like, why not have more Bible? Moss Bible.
It's really one I really should just buy a Hebrew Bible. Really should just
get a Hebrew translation of the New Testament.
Actually, I think there's I've heard talks that there might be some kind of Aramaic translations of the New Testament. Interesting. I don't know how true that is. I've not looked at all into that. I just heard in passing
maybe of Matthew, because it wouldn't really make sense for the other ones because they're written in the common tongue.
Well, Luke especially would not make sense.
Exactly. Or any of the letters of Paul.
No, but like Matthew, Mark, and John all would kind of make sense. Whether or not
you're going with the more accurate timeline that I propose. Just saying.
I'm not saying like the Aramaic ones came first. I'm saying like a translation, like here's how they would be if it was written in Aramaic as opposed to the Greek kind of stuff. I don't really don't know anything about it. It's just something I've heard in passing.
I suppose James could also make sense if written.
That would make sense. John, it goes back and forth because he blends so much. Like people like, well, do you focus on one or the other? They either focus heavily on what we believe to be the Greek philosophy that he does, or they focus heavily on the Aramaic stuff that he does. And I was like, he kind of just takes them together and goes, ta-da, here you go, deal with it. And you're like, well, it's this. Like, well, no, it's this. Like, John's like, but they're the same. Like, you baboons, you don't realize.
Exactly. John, is it this or this? Yes.
He's like, you think it is just the Greek philosophy that's bound